Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Building a Nation with Team Canada. And today, we dive right back into the Champions League with Vancouver Whitecaps. Now, it's been an excellent season so far for Vancouver. I mean, we're only one game into the MLS season, so it's not a great sample size. But just in terms of the team's health and fitness and training, it's all going extremely well. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but this has been an excellent offseason. I might have to rethink my offseasons and say, let's start the offseason a lot sooner, like 8 weeks sooner. This week, this year, I don't know how early we started. We basically had like 2 weeks off the whole year and went straight back into training for World Club Championship. So I don't know. I'm gonna think about that this coming off season. But for now, we're reaping the rewards. We got a full and healthy squad going into Champions League. Now the board just wants us to reach the quarterfinal, which is where we're at, and we're in there with America and Chivas. They're going to be playing. New York and New England are playing against each other, and then Pachuca and Houston. So there's some tough matchups there. I'm not sure how good New England is this year. So New York might have a bit of a good time in this quarterfinals. But then you have, the two Mexican League teams playing against each other, and then you have the two MLS versus Mexican League matchups. So it's kind of an interesting draw in the quarterfinals, and we'll see those results coming up soon. But for now, there's not a lot going on other than to get to our match. There's no injuries to talk about, no suspensions or anything like that. We're looking good as far as Vancouver is concerned, I should say. Anyway, match preview, Vancouver versus Monterrey. Let's go. Going to try to get both matchups in there. There we go. There's Kansas City versus San Jose if you're interested. Anyway, we are playing at BC Place, but Monterrey is the slight favorites, 5-4 favorites. We got some interesting weather going on. Hail, 33 degrees, so it's just above freezing. But there's hail out and Lord knows what. I really wish FM would have dome weather. Like even a game like Blood Bowl, you can have a dome that just negates all weather. Why don't you have that, Football Manager? Come on, fix your game. Anyway, we've faced them twice before. Previously in Champions League, they beat us. I believe it was either for the championship game or it was in the semifinals. One of those two. They beat us pretty deep into the competition, so we definitely owe them for that. Head coach, Salvador Reyes. Pretty good coach. Very good manager, at least. Man management and motivating. Decent at judging player ability, determination, discipline, all that stuff. Technically, he's not terrific, but you know what? He's a guy who can definitely command a club. He's been head coach at a couple of different places before. He was a coach for the Mexican national team, assistant coach at Cruz Azul. Last head coach, he took a bit of a time off. So 2017 and 2018, he coached at Santos Laguna, and then he took a few years off before getting the Monterrey job last year. So it's a bit of a new posting for him. Take a look at the club, Monterrey. 5th in the first division in Mexico currently. Vice captain Jonathan Espirasueta. Jonathan. What? Not familiar with that last name. We'll figure that out hopefully eventually. But it looks like Julio Serena, 21-year-old Colombian, is their best player. Pretty good. He looks like a regen of some sort, but he's very good. Decisions, composure, passing. He's a playmaker there in the midfield, is their best player. They got excellent training facilities, so yeah, they're an excellent club. Rich finances. They can have any sort of team they want, so let's take a look at their team here. Well, here's our team. We're going to go with the 4-4-2. Going to play it back a little. Their scouting report was mixed. It was basically they're vulnerable against the 4-2-3-1, but they're also very good in attacking the 4-2-3-1. So it seems like that's just the formation they faced the most this year. So we're going to throw a little spanner in the works here and go with the 4-4-2, a little bit more of a defensive and cautious mentality, even though we're at home. Yeah, we got a couple of guys lacking a little bit of match sharpness, but it's not too bad. They're in like the 70% range, which is good enough. It's not like, 40s or 50s, which would be pretty bad. Anyway, they have switched to the 4-4-2 as well. Clayton in goal, Nani in defense. Their midfield looks strong. Lopez, 8 assists, 25 appearances, 5 goals. Got the most assists on the team. There's Cerna in the middle. Top goal scorer with 10 goals from the midfield. Interesting. Esperasueta. Most assists also with 8. Escobar on the left-hand side. 5 goals on the season. With all these goals in the midfield, are the strikers doing anything? 5 goals and 11 appearances for Malouin. And Mora, also 5 goals. So interesting. A lot of goals from their midfield, only a handful of goals up top. Strange. Anyway, we're going with McGee in goal, of course. Zlatkovic, Nerwinski at the fullbacks. Hakkinen and Villalba in defense. So that's sort of our Champions League defense right there. They've got a little partnership going, so we're going to keep that going. And we basically have a starting midfield here. Timoteo on the left, Faria on the right. Rosalind, who's improving quite a bit, played very well in the Champions League the previous round, 2 assists. And then T-Bert, of course, team captain, has only came in off the bench 1 time. And then our starting strikers. I'm expecting a lot of goals from these guys. Darren Sr. playing the target man, already has a goal and an assist on the season. And then Hundle up top, also 1 appearance, 1 goal. So that's what we're looking for, our strikers to do some damage against these guys. Let's go. First leg win would do a world of good. Sure. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about the strategy of it. They just want to go out there and win. I wish we could say revenge for last time, but I'm not sure how many of our guys currently were on the squad then. Last time we faced Monterrey. Sprung a few surprises. I picked the team that I feel gives us the best chance of winning. You dropped Julian Dunn, caused a bit of a stir. Yeah, he's just being rested. How much of a boost is Villalba's absence? Hector Villalba, look at this, 29-year-old winger. He was with Atlanta United, correct? Correct. Yes, he spent 1 season there, Atlanta United. Wait, 2017. I don't understand this whole loan situation here. He loaned to Tijuana for 1 game. Weird. Anyway, he had 2 seasons, I guess, in Atlanta United, and then he went to Monterrey for $16.25 million. Been there ever since. His production has sort of fallen off the last couple of seasons. Last year was probably his worst year. So we'll see. Anyway, any team would miss a player of his caliber. Let's go. BC Place. The crowd is loud. At least it is in my headphones. Let's see what we can do, boys. We're going to go with key highlights. Try to get both matches in. We've got to speed this operation up a little bit. Because as we all know, the FM beta is looming. And honestly, if it comes to it, if I still have episodes left to go, I'll just put out 2 episodes. I'll put out FM19 and FM20. I'm sure I've got enough recordings available that I could do that. No problem, no problem. So don't you worry. We're not going to just end this series when FM20 comes along. We're going to continue it until its natural progression is complete, and that would be the 2026 World Cup. Come hell or high water, we're getting there. Okay, 21 minutes. This is okay. A home like 0-0 draw is fine, honestly. No problems with that. Because then we can beat them in the away leg, score a bunch of goals, or at least 1 goal, and win it. Win it. That's what it's all about. But this is not very entertaining, unfortunately. They do seem to be getting the best of it currently. 6 shots, 3 on target. They only have 41% possession, though. So we're sort of possessing the ball in our own half. There we go. Shots are starting to go up. 3 shots. 85% passes. So we're passing well, possessing the ball, keeping it away. That's fine. We can play keep away all day, all night. That's what these sort of home games are all about. If we could sneak a goal in and, go to Monterrey with a goal lead, that would be outstanding. But this game looks like it's going to go pretty quickly. Nowinski's playing well, 100% of his tackles, 7.1 rating. Timoteo not looking so good. His crosses are not so hot. Take a look at our tactics, see how we're doing things. So, we're waiting for our strikers to get forward. Now, maybe we don't necessarily need to hit early crosses. We can take that off. But we're dribbling less. We're being more disciplined. So this is definitely our cautious defensive tactic. Even though we're playing, we're not playing defensive. We're playing cautious because I still want to hit people in transition. But this is fine. We're going to hit early crosses off because our crosses do not appear to be working. And that's fine. But other than that, I have no complaints. So let's get to the dressing room. Pep talk. Let's see. We've been the better team here. Keep doing what you're doing. Darren Sr.'s happy about that. Okay. Hundel's not playing particularly well. Timoteo's not playing great. So it's 2 of our better players right there. It would be nice. It would be nice if they stepped up. Let's go. Second half. Can such a small adjustment as not hitting early crosses, can that do anything for us? Small tactical adjustments. None of this big stuff. All right, here we go. First highlight of the game, essentially. Hakkinen to Zlatkovic. Why is Hakkinen throwing the ball in? I do not like that one bit. Pulls him way too far out of position to be throwing the ball. Zlatkovic should be throwing the ball in. I don't think I have that set properly with this tactic. I think I may have reloaded the tactic at some point. Anyway, you can see why we're possessing the ball. And then Hakkinen blasts it forward. Hundel with a big save. Nope. He cannot. And here we go. Mega highlight time. Monterrey on the attack. Mora. Escobar. I think we should narrow our defense if they don't score here, even if they do. They do. Okay. Team instructions. That was a little too easy. Maulin just turned and scored. I mean, I thought our defense was decent. I thought our defense was pretty decent. He's marked. He just sort of, it's just I don't know if he caught the goalkeeper wrong-footed or what. He just was not there to make that save. McGee, what are you doing, my dude? The future of Team Canada rests on this guy's shoulders, unfortunately. He's gonna be our top goalkeeper when World Cup time comes along. Can we get one back? This would be great. It's only 55 minutes in. Timoteo down the left-hand side. Turnover. Okay. Lopez to Maulin. If they get a second one, we might be in trouble here, boys. We might be in big-time trouble. Escobar. Big steal from Senior. Rosalind gets it forward. Hundel on the run. Hundel behind the defense. Can he beat the keeper? He doesn't. Oh, my goodness. Hundel, I thought he had it. I thought the game was on his foot. You know, he has become one of the best strikers in the nation, but he still has that finishing problem at the highest levels. Makes it a little frustrating. All right. Let's look at some subs here. We don't have, honestly, much in the way of subs at the wings unless we switch formations. You know, we have... I don't really want to do much. Here's one thing we could do. We could move Timoteo to the right and bring in Stankovic. That's the one move we've got available to us. Give us a little bit of speed down the left-hand side. As far as T-Bert's yellow card, we do have Colin we could bring in. Get that out of there. Okay. Made 2 subs at the 70-minute mark. T-Bert has been booked. Yeah, he's also been subbed out. It's fine. It's fine. Or at least, yeah, he's out. Let's give him a shout. Let's demand more. Okay. Now, do we sit here 1-0 and take it? Or do we risk a goal? We're going to go formation number 2. And try to get a goal in the last few minutes. Let's go. 85 minutes. Switch it up on them. See what they can do. Darren Sr.'s a little tired. Hundo not playing well. Here we go. 88 minutes. Nerwinski to Colin. Sends it in. Stankovic. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. We get the equalizer. Now, 1-1 isn't great, because that means they got an away goal. But it's better than 1-0. Better than going down a goal. There we go. We'll switch back to defensive. So I don't know if the 4-4, if the formation number 2 actually worked. But we made the switch. We got a goal. Let's hope they don't get one back here in the 92nd minute. Big steal in the midfield. Nope. Mullen recovers. Okay, we're putting up a good fight. There's Hakkinen. Good man, Nerwinski. And there we go. All right. 1-1. That means we're gonna need an away goal in this next leg. But you know, things evened out a little bit. 7 shots to 13, 4 on target to 6. 56% possession. So we definitely held them at bay, that's for sure. Dressing room. Players are in good spirits. Okay. I'm happy with what I saw out there. There were some positives for sure. Let's go. Let's go. So we got a couple of MLS games in between here. Let's see. Were there any other results? Were there any other results in the competition? Let's take a look here. No, we were the first result. So we're going to pause it here. 1-1 draw. Play a couple of MLS games and then come back for the second leg. So, pause. Okay, we're back from our little break. I'm going to get to the second leg here real quick. Check out the stage. See how the other teams have progressed. America and Chivas 1-1. And then here's the one result I thought was a little suspect. New York 5-1 over New England. I didn't think New England was very good this year. Turns out they are not, so they got trounced by New York. And then 0-0, Houston Pachuca. There's an interesting result. So it's very even in 3 of the 4 matchups, and then one sort of domination there. So let's get to, well, I mean, the two matches that we played turned out pretty good. 4-1 Colorado, 2-1 Columbus. So the 4-1, we played our reverse Z formation, had Eric in goal. He let in one goal, but that wasn't such a bad goal. But, you know, even our backups, like these are quote-unquote our backups, and they played extremely well. They dominated Colorado, so that was outstanding. And then we played our starters, quote-unquote, against Columbus. They got out, you know, decently, got out early. Wesley Timoteo got a goal in the 24th minute. And then T-Bert got a free kick goal in the 83rd minute to, I thought, put it away. But Columbus wasn't done. Emery got a goal, a bit of a, I don't know, either defensive lapse or goalkeeping problem with McGee. McGee ran up to punch the ball away, and he missed it, essentially. And then our central defenders couldn't mark Emery, who just knotted it in for an easy goal. So that was a bit of a mix-up on the back line that got Columbus their goal, but still, dominant performance for the most part against MLS. And that happens early in the year. Some of these MLS teams aren't quite ready for prime time. But that brings us to Monterrey. We need a victory here. We pulled out the draw at home, 1-1. That's fine, but now we need to go for it. We're on the road. We need to do something a little bit different, and we're going to give it a shot. So, we know all about both teams. It's a much better day out in Monterrey than it was in Vancouver. 69 degrees and calm, partly sunny. BBV Bancomer Monterrey Estadia. So, interesting. BBVA is you know what I'm talking about. All right, let's go. Going with the reverse Z formation. Reverse Z has been working so far. Marples, the young 18-year-old, has been killing it as defensive midfielder. He has really been erasing a lot of attacks, and I'm very happy with the way he's working out so far. Daniels maybe hasn't played quite as well as roaming playmaker, but right now he's sort of the best option we got. We're gonna stick to this. It's not an all-out attack. It is a possession style still, but it is more offensive, and we can hopefully generate some goals. So we do have McGee in goal. Zlatkovic, Nerwinski, Jaguar, and Dunn. This is our real starting defense. These are our real four best defenders. Marples, Daniels, as I mentioned, Stankovic, who has played very well. He came in substitution, got the game-tying goal, and my assistant coaches have asked me to call him up for the Team Canada. So he might be making a Team Canada appearance. Shamit Shom, Venuto, obviously still an excellent player, still playing well. 3 appearances, 2 goals, 7.93 rating. And then Hendricks up top has been our best striker this year. 3 appearances, 4 goals, 7.60 rating. So we're going to give him a shot here. They've got Cleaton in goal. Yeah, they got S. Nuts, Santiago Nuts in goal, or in midfield. 6 goals. Holy cow. Pretty good from the midfield. They're also going 4-2-3-1, so they're sort of matching us each time we play them. Cerna playing the attacking center mid. That's where he's probably been getting his 10 goals from. Lopez on the right. Molen up top with 8 goals on the season. Let's go. Should be an interesting matchup. Appears to be in very good spirits. Come on, guys. Show me what you can do to keep our run going. Okay. Nerwinski and Zlatkovic, so our fullbacks are into that. That's good. Let's close down on these nuts. Lopez and Cerna. All right. So here we are, Monterrey, full house. Looks like they're going to be in the whites today. We are in our 3rd jerseys, the sort of charcoal jerseys. I mean, it's graphite? I think I talk about this every time we play in these uniforms. It's some sort of grayish, bluish, colorish thing. Here we go. Throw in. Nowinski gets it back. Chips it in. Hendricks. Great pass. What a pass to Stankovic, and he scores. I don't know. They've got a chemistry. Stankovic, I mean, we've been waiting for this kid, and he's not a kid any longer. He's starting to be a core player. You know, he's got the speed, and now he's starting to add some of the intangibles. Look at him just hanging out there. Nobody around him for a mile. Easy tap in, goal. Vancouver's up 2-1. Let's go. Maybe we should call this guy up for the national team. I mean, he doesn't look national team quality. I'm gonna say this right now. Physically, he does, for sure. I mean, mentally, he's, super average. He does have 16 determination, as does just about everybody on Vancouver these days has 16. Technically, he's still behind the times in when you talk about being an international player. 10 crossing, 11 dribbling isn't going to get it done, I'm afraid. He is 3 stars, but we've got way better left wingers than this, so I don't think we need to worry about calling him up. Unless we've got some serious injuries, like Daniels has been injured, but that's okay. We've got Russell Tibert that we can bring in just fine, but I don't know that he's going to necessarily be a roaming playmaker. No, he's definitely not that. Box to box. Okay. So that changes up our Z formation a little bit. Now, instead of having a guy who moves laterally, we got a guy who moves vertically. So we'll see how that changes things up. It might help us defensively with a box-to-box midfielder in there. I mean, Tibert, obviously, he's got all the experience in the world. Here we go. Highlight. Nuts sends it forward. Maulin beats the defense. Great close down. Lopez still has it. Cerna, another great defensive play. Outstanding, boys. Stand strong, my friends. Maybe we should switch formations. Lopez sends one in. Great stop from McGee. Maybe we should dial it back so that they can't send a ball over the top against us like that. Defensively, our numbers aren't great, but I think we're playing okay. But what we don't want to do, if we drop back to the 4-4-2, that cedes a lot of possession to these guys. They will start to get a lot more chances and a lot more attempts. Right now, we're battling them pretty evenly at midfield. So I think we'll stick with where we're at, because we don't, we don't want to sit back and let them just have a shooting gallery. Please, with how things are going, keep it up. Okay. I think it's better to contest them at midfield. It's our best defense back there. We saw our defense. We saw them rally, stop that counterattack. I mean, they sent a ball over the top, and yes, it did get past Jaguar, but the rest of our defense closed down and took that away. So I'm okay with that. Here we go. Throw in. Zlatkovic. What was that? I don't know. Oh, we're on our own end. Okay, here we go. Hendricks getting forward. Dropping it back for Tibert. Looking around, getting it forward. Schmidt Schoen, this is where we want the ball. Schmidt Schoen, the playmaker. Nice. 2 goals. That puts us definitely in the driver's seat right now. 2 away goals. They're going to have to come back and beat us. They can't tie us. We're going to win on away goals. I mean, this is Schmidt Schoen's weakness. Shooting is his weakest ability. But don't tell him that. Do not tell him that, because he will take a shot and make a shot. 6 finishing, 9 long shots. Not great. He does have 12 composure, I mean, mentally he gives us a lot of abilities in the midfield. That's why we want him there. It'd be better if he was, you know, of a slightly higher caliber. You know, if he had 15 vision and 15 passing, we'd have something for sure. Well, for now, he's pretty good. He's, you know, raised himself up to 3.5 stars. That's probably his maximum potential. Well, right now, he might be the best playmaker in Canada. You know, it's a battle really between him and Osorio and possibly Hundle if we drop Hundle back there. So we got 3 options at playmaker when it comes to Team Canada, and I think those are our 3 main guys. So we're going to have them battle it out. Now our assistants have been telling me to drop Schmidt-Schoen and bring in Osorio. I think the two can coexist because Osorio can play out on the right wing as well. Schmidt-Schoen can drop down in the midfield. So I think we can call both those guys up. Nowinski's looking exhausted. Yeah, he is. 64%. We do have a med, so that's fine. Okay, I probably shouldn't have done that in the middle of a highlight, but we got away with it. Clock is rolling. It's already at 88 minutes. 88 minutes and counting. 3 minutes of stoppage time coming up. I don't think they're going to score 3 goals in 3 minutes. I think we rattled them with the reverse Z formation. They weren't expecting it. They're like, they only play that formation against MLS. They wouldn't play it against us. They wouldn't try to challenge us in the midfield, and yet we did. Here they are, one final attack, 30 seconds to go. It looks like Vancouver is moving on in the Champions League. Zlatkovic with a big header to stop that dangerous attack. 15 seconds. Cerna sends it out wide. What a stop from McGee. He dove and got that one. Wow. I mean, that was a great attack. That should have been a goal. But McGee is there showing that he possibly has that international level of goalkeeping. That was a huge stop. And that secured our win for sure. Nice. Nice, boys. There we go. 2-0. Dominated Monterrey on their home field. 15 shots to 12. 9 on target. That's good efficiency right there. Only 1 yellow card. 55% of the possession. Way to go, boys. That's the kind of performance that we need. Players are in very good spirits. Very pleased. Let's go. Okay. Outstanding. So we have Canada coming up real soon. We've got the semifinals of the Nations League coming up, as well as a friendly against Malta. So there we go. Vancouver win in the quarterfinals. We can look back on some great wins, and this was definitely one of them. Daniels is injured. That's no good. It's gonna take him off the Team Canada list. I don't think we need to put him on the disabled list. He's only out 3 to 4 weeks. That's fine. Stellar, Schmidt-Schoen, way to go. Okay, have the other teams played yet? Have they played? No, they have not. So America or Chivas, looks like we're going to get another Mexican League team. And then it's going to be New York versus... I mean, New York's going to win that for sure. It's going to be New York versus Pachuca or Houston. So we will come back next time. I don't think it's that critical we find out who we're playing just yet. So we'll come back next time. It'll be Team Canada with a friendly and then Nations League semifinal. So until then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.